Let's get you out to congressional correspondent Stephanie Lieberman live on Capitol Hill. You know, Stephanie, we look at the history in this country when it comes to gun violence, mass shootings in churches, mass shootings in grocery stores, mass shootings in schools. Give us the latest now on what has happened in the Senate today as far as gun control.
So the big thing in the Senate that everyone was keeping their eye on today on the Senate floor was actually the domestic terrorism bill that was passed in the House in response to the Buffalo shooting. Now, what Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer wanted to do with that bill was pass this procedural vote today, and then he wanted to use that bill as the vehicle to do some kind of gun control legislation, knowing there are bipartisan talks happening right now and kind of using that domestic terrorism bill as the way to get it through the chamber. However, the procedural vote this afternoon did fail. It needed that 60 vote threshold, which is that magic number of 10 Republicans needed to join with the Democratic caucus in order to get that through. So the procedural vote, important to note, did fail today, but Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer can bring the bill up again and try again later to use that same process, use it as a vehicle for some kind of gun control measure. Wow,
okay, so that has failed in the meantime, it sounds as though. Where does the debate about gun control go from here then? We know that senators are taking a break next week because of Memorial Day weekend.
So Democrats are still very, very passionate about this issue. And so the ball is really in Republicans' court. And what can they get them on board with? So the two most likely issues, as I was told just within the last hour by a Democratic senator, the two most likely issues of agreement are on background checks and on red flag laws. Now, the red flag laws are notable. That was something that Senator Blumenthal and Senator Graham, a Republican, worked together on 3 years ago after the Parkland shooting that you mentioned just a few minutes ago. They worked together on a red flag law that was close to getting introduced in the Senate. So they're using that as a draft bill to start the discussions again. Now, Senator Blumenthal said including red flag laws in this discussion is very important.
You know, whether it's the Parkland shooting and now the Robb Elementary School shooting, this is a topic that is really at the forefront of so many minds right now in America. Why isn't the Senate staying in session next week to work on this issue?
So the Senate doesn't have to be in session for the senators to be making progress on issues like this. And that's something that I've heard from a number of senators today, saying that they are going to continue to talk every day through this recess and through the coming week to about a week and a half. Seems to be like there's about a 10-day time frame that they're putting on this, giving it 10 days to try to make some kind of meaningful progress in negotiations between Democrats and Republicans on some kind of common ground related to gun control issues. So you hear about background checks, red flag laws, assault weapons bans. While not all of them, you know, might have prevented this horrific shooting that we had earlier this week in Texas, they would all make progress in the right direction. And so that's what Democrats are focusing on, trying to get some kind of progress, whatever they can, as long as they can get those Republicans on board. Because without Republicans, it's not going anywhere in the Senate.
Yep, you're right about that. Congressional correspondent Stephanie Lieberman, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.